license, and then you're only allowed so many so many points on your license before it all comes crashing down or whatnot. You know, and it's just stuff like that really bugs me, you know, because what am I going to do? I mean, seriously, what am I going to do? I mean, go to school?
What you stated, you know, here and everything, I understand it.
I'm just trying to make a difference, buddy. That's all.
And I understand that. And I also admire you for looking at the rules and regulations governing your CDL license and what your responsibilities are as a truck driver and the company. And you definitely, from what you stated here, have really researched that.
I haven't researched it. What happened was when I went down there to do my last physical this past year, she broke out a tape measure. I know I'm overweight. All you gotta do is look at me. I've been this way my whole life. All the Pendergrass have. I ain't trying to hide nothing. I was like, well, what's up with the tape measure? She said, do you got sleep apnea? I was like, well, no, I've never been diagnosed with anything. She's like, well, let me measure your neck. I was like, well, for what? Well, if your neck ain't 17 inches, then you have to take a sleep apnea study, and if you got sleep apnea, then you lose your license. Failed. You know, and this is like, I'm not, you know, crazy stuff like that. That's what has made me come right here today. It's just stuff like that, and just the whole political craziness, just trying to make a difference.
Okay. Well,
and obviously, if you can't swear any of us in or whatever you got to do, then
well, you know, we're just taking the information from all of you. Okay, I'm giving you my information as a part of the parties, what they look at for their rules and for the Indiana Code, and the board here is taking that testimony and they're going to analyze it and they'll make a ruling. They'll either rule against me and for you, or against you and for me, and so they'll take that.
So what you said, you talked to that fella said that you couldn't do it personally. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there is what they call the Indiana State Election Board, and it's a nonpartisan board in Indianapolis, and they have several attorneys on staff, and you can call there. They have an 800 number. You can call there and ask different questions related to Indiana election laws and statutes. And I talked to a gentleman there that's an attorney named Dale Simmons, and asked him these very questions about these forms as to whether or not they could be filed later. And I was told no, can't do that. So I have to go with what they say because that is the state. They're going by law, by Indiana Code. They know the election laws a lot better than I do. And I know some of them. There's a lot of them I have to go to, as many attorneys do, because our laws are on books like these and are broken into different categories, and they change. And so it's something that you just have to work with pretty constant in order to be knowledgeable of what the rules and regulations are. But that one different department there is a department that's been established for years, and they're the ones that look at the rules and make sure they work. They also make the decisions when it comes to the state and any kind of questions that might arise right up through election. I'm sure that Shirley, which is the clerk, probably talks with them quite a bit, probably has to, with different things that come up in question. We can read things, not always do we interpret them right, okay? We try to do our best in interpreting them right and fair for everyone. And, you know, there is a degree of fairness that I have to do here, and it's that balancing act that you got to do, and that is that if other people comply with the law, then, you know, who am I to let other people that don't comply with the law? And So that's the situation that I find myself in as chairman. But I do have to uphold the rules of the party. Okay. Do you have any questions you want to
Yeah,
ask
I just
the board?
want to ask Shirley. In the future, is it possible? Are you over the staff in the clerk's office? Is it possible that you could educate the staff down there to maybe answer the general populist questions that they might have? Because when I filed that form, I mean, I didn't even get nothing. I mean, everybody just running around, they clicking on the computer. I mean, you know, no help whatsoever. I mean, is there anything that can be done about that?
I do try to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. It's just those last couple of days, we had people stacked out the door trying to process them. And you should have received a confirmation in the mail after you had filled out your Can 37.
I'm not sure if I received that
Okay.
or not. All I'm
Stay with
asking
it.
is, you know,
And yes, and I agree. I think this is a situation that kind of fell through the cracks. It would have been nice for both of the state parties to have provided, if they had any particular party forms, to all of the clerks in the state, because this situation is not just in Washington County. It's all over the state of Indiana of having candidates challenged because of this purpose. The form and maybe not particularly all of them is that form, but for some specific reasons.
okay, because I was just thinking that, you know, there's just a few of us here.
And this is the first time we've had a candidate challenge in this group setting situation like that. I mean, we've had a couple of instances that, you know, we sat down with the two candidates, discussed it, and that was the end of it. But whenever it comes to a actual challenge, the form that was filed, then that triggers a bunch more hoops that we have to jump through. I agree, yeah, it's a waste of time to have to go through this, but by law, that's what we're required to do. And so we have to go and make
Oh,
sure
I
that
just
you're
feel like I
notified.
was just kind of just blown off, just because that one woman, I'm not sure what her name was, and she stamped it and everything, and then she came out and she came back and she stopped and said, well, you haven't ever voted before. I was like, no, I haven't, ma'am. She's like, well, hang on. And she went through the filing cabinet, something, then she just closed it. She's like, well, just here, your name will be on the ballot. I was like, is there anything else that I need to do? She's like, nope, that's it. You're on the ballot. I was like, is there anything else I got to file or anything? Nope, that's it. So I was misinformed. That's all I'm saying.
And like I said, I wasn't even aware that the party form was even,
Because trust me, if I knew that they said that I had to fill out more forms or meet with Mr. Bills here, I would have done that to progress this. I didn't expect to be sitting in the courtroom on a Tuesday,
yeah, exactly.
you know.
And, you know, all I can do is apologize for you having to go through that situation. And I would hope that, and actually in 2 years, there will be another state convention that you could participate in. That you would think about what you've learned, as you said, from this experience and proceed in a positive way and find out every piece of information that you need to know between now and 2014.
That way I can spread the message
There you
out
go.
here on the courthouse lawn. Hey, if you haven't ever voted before, y'all, you might want to check this out.
And like, you know, Gail even mentioned, you know, yeah, she registered to vote, but that was her right to register to vote. She just didn't decide she actually wanted to maybe actually go through the election day process. And, you know, that's something with some of the other candidates as well. But that would be something I would encourage, you know, if you're seriously considering wanting to make that difference and wanting to be involved, that you do vote. Because that alleviates a whole bunch of problems.